What up, Internet? This is Chris with Phone Cats. Here's some cool stuff for Saturday, August 27th. Apple's going to be taking a whole new direction. Tim Cook has already taken the reins and changing stuff up. The whole new focus for Apple, I was kind of surprised by this, is going to be printers. Okay, so I guess I got onioned, or whatever you would want to call it, trolled, onion trolled. I was reading this article on my 1 minute tech binge where I try to actually focus and read tech news. It's really hard. And I found out that Tim Cook is already taking a bold new direction with laser printing, and he's pushing back the release date of the iPhone 5. And when I read that, I was kind of I snapped out of my zombie tech news state and was like, what? What? And I scrolled up to the top and saw that onion logo and was like, got onioned. That's not going to happen, but there are some new iPhone 5 pics. Supposedly it's going to be wider. Imagine that. And yeah, the antenna is going to be repositioned, and even the iPhone 4S is going to have a more efficient antenna. Do you think Apple was planning that from the get-go? That the iPhone 4 would be released with this feeble antenna, and that would be the main reason to upgrade? You know these guys are thinking years ahead in the Apple timeline. So that may have been plotted out. Don't tell me that that they accidentally released a phone that wasn't a phone. It's called the iPhone. I-P-H-O-N-E. I really had to count. I didn't know how many letters were in iPhone. There's 6 letters in iPhone, and 5 of them are phone. It's not a phone if I use it, because when I use it, no, you have to have a case. If you don't have a case, you can't even use it as a phone. That was intentional. That probably was intentional. So now, the next release, we got this feeble upgrade, the iPhone 5 that's wider, and the iPhone 4S, which I'm not even sure what's better about it. It's cheaper and has a plastic back. It seems like Apple is starting to do tiering. Maybe they're taking a page out of Android's book. I smell 5,000 patent lawsuits. They're doing the whole thing where you have different levels of product. How Android has those basic messaging phones that Becca from Phone Dog reviews. We actually got a shout out from Becca with Phone Dog. We can play it real quick.
Have you heard of Phone Cats? Yes, I have. They spam every video. I know. It's fine. Whatever.
In hacker news, it's really bad to be anyone associated with Anonymous, as the FBI and everyone is picking people off, and then it's good to be just a phone hacker. So keep things nerdy and stick with cellular basics, people. The dude that's well known for doing the iOS jailbreaks got scooped up by Apple as an intern, which kind of was a turn-off for me. It's kind of a weird thing. He's sitting in some plastic chair in some kind of Apple waiting room, talking to some girl next to him. So, how'd you get the internship?
Hey, what do you do? People want to... Hey, really? That's it? Yeah. I go to this club and they want to me over here. Not you.
What a letdown. Only an intern? Apple has their own angle with this. People are already thinking that the iPhone 5 isn't going to be able to be jailbroken because they're going to have this kid shuffling papers or driving to Starbucks every 30 seconds or something like that. We'll see what happens. Some super elite hacker is going to rise to fame and just become the new worshipped guy. My iPhone 4 is not jailbroken. I've only had it a month and I'm still kind of scared. If yours is, and there's something unbelievable that made it worth it, or what was the breaking moment for you that decided to do it, because these phones aren't cheap. I mean, I know you know that, and I'm pretty basic with it, so tempt me to jailbreak. And if you do, I'll make a video about it and I'll probably cry. I almost broke my Atrix while doing a jailbreaking, and I went through the 7 stages of withdrawal, except it was really manic and wild. What an experience. Okay, there's some cool tech stuff going on. There's these new shoes that aren't coming out yet, but they've already been invented to where when you walk, just the pressure of your feet is moving some liquid, energetic, kinetic movement. There's something going on and it generates energy, and these shoes are going to be able to do stuff. I was trying to brainstorm, think of some cool things that this could be used for, and there's already all kinds of crazy stuff. Do you remember in middle school when you wore those moon shoes that lit up and it was crazy, and during fire drills people would just follow you and you were like, I am a god? You can do that again with running shoes. Imagine an on-off switch, like right on the sole of your foot, so whenever you go out for a nighttime run, or maybe it syncs with your Nike running app. If you don't have that, it's really cool if you're a runner. But whatever, you hit a button and it turns on your shoes. So every time that you step, the small amount of energy generated, or if you're running, that's a shitload of like whatever kinetic energy, turns on a red LED just for a blip second, and a white one in the front that might even help you see. Or maybe the white ones stay on in the front and now you have these super tech running shoes. So someone get on that. You know, if I was like a deathly copyright troll, I would already have that going on, but I'm sure someone already does. More cool things that these shoes could do? What if like it was able to store up energy over time and you could save it for like a charge, and it was like these Nike Shox or like Reebok ZigTech shoes to where you could do like a super jump if you needed to. I know there's a video game where your character would squat down and then charge up a super jump and be able to jump high, and that's pretty much what I'm getting at, but I can't think of the game, so post it below if you're a super elite gaming god. Other things besides the super jump and lights, I don't know. They have those 3D printers. It could possibly like poop out a little like electrolyte jelly bean, those like Jelly Belly things or something like that. Or what if it somehow like had a sock attached to it that absorbed the sweat and then somehow turned it into water so that you could stay hydrated while you were running off of your own waste. Yeah. And other cool tech stuff, they're going to start coming out with apps that you put on your car dashboard, and it links with other apps and this kind of cool like hive mind thing, and it's going to help you be a better driver. Like it'll tell you what mile per hour you need to drive so that you can most efficiently get to the next light, if it's because they already know that it's going to click red if you're going at this speed. So you might as well just cruise at this speed even though you can't even see the light, but just knowing how the timing things work. This is like some super data hungry thing, so the more people that use it, the faster this will grow. And this could get big, or whenever cars start being driven by robots, this is how it's going to work. Each car is going to have one of these little things, and it's going to ping all around it, and it's just going to be like this insect hive mind until all these crazy hackers just start like writing like troll with cars on like I-35 because they just parked them to write things or made like funny. That's going to be the next like evolution of like spam. It's just going to be you stuck in your car with the doors locked and the heater on, and it says like Mr. Steamy, and then there's a whole bunch of people like trapped in their cars. He's still part of the company. Your iPhone isn't going to change. It's not like once he's not the CEO, all your apps disappeared, or you went to turn on your phone and it didn't come on. He's still going to have a hand in the products. You think he's going to walk up to somebody and they're not going to respect him, or they're not going to like take his advice with a grain of salt? He's Steve Jobs. He will be influencing this company till he dies. He will be influencing this company after he dies. But maybe it's time we start letting this simmer down a little bit. I read one article about Steve Jobs sending a message to Apple or iPhone people saying that the O in Google was the wrong color, and some of the comments these people were making were just insane. Like this Steve Jobs circle jerk, insert pun here, circle Jobs or circle Steve Jobs, whatever, is getting pretty intense. Man, you guys should just like all make one Craigslist thing, and you can all just Okay, I guess I'm kind of an HP necrophiliac because I'm finding this whole tablet thing sexier dead than alive. Now that it's gone, it makes me want it more. And every news site is posting a new blip every 30 seconds. Supposedly Best Buy had them like back in stock and a whole nother shipment come in. So I called my store, and the poor phone person had already recorded a message saying like, "We are out of HP touchpads, our location is not going to be..." And you can just tell that they have answered that question billions of times. This is worse. This might be like Nintendo Wii style hype, or I don't know, like Black Friday craziness. It's back. It's back. And it's because something is dead. Like, the whole tech scene has just taken this and run with it, and I kind of like it. I want one. Okay, that's it for this episode of Phone Cats. As usual, comment below. That's where the real entertainment is. Reply to other people's shit. Everyone post a cat face, and like everyone that posts a cat face, and let's see how many likes it can get. Ah! Train buffers, my fancy. I'm just a boogie delivering eye candy. Slow through the muck with a clutch on a trident. Never give a fuck how far high. You are dealing with a reborn icicle age holder.